This is the story of ACCO Brands, one of the world's largest suppliers of branded office and consumer products and print finishing solutions. Our widely recognized brands include At a Glance, Daytimer, 5 Star, GBC, Hilroy, Kensington, Marbig, Mead, Nobo, Quartet, Rexel, Swingline, Telebra, Wilson Jones, and many others. We design, market, and sell products in more than 100 countries around the world. And it all began with this. The year was 1903. Fred J. Klein established the Clipper Manufacturing Company in Long Island, New York, to produce a new type of paper fastening device, the paperclip. By 1910, the company had shortened its name to the American Clip Company, or ACCO for short. While that's how the company derived its name, some of the brands that are part of today's ACCO Brands family have their roots even earlier. Derwent pencils, for example, have been England's premier source for writing since 1832, while in the U.S., Wilson Jones began making and selling binders as far back as 1893. Both would later join the ACCO Brands family. The Roaring '20s saw a tremendous increase in business activity, and the newly named ACCO products benefited. In the 1920s, the company opened facilities in England and Canada. 1925 was also the year that Swingline was founded in New York City by Jack Linsky. Linsky's inventions, including cartridges of frozen wire staples held together by adhesive and the first anti-jam stapler, proved far superior to other fasteners and revolutionized the stapler in the workplace. Despite the depression that started with the 1929 stock market crash, ACCO continued to expand during the 1930s as the company added hundreds of accounts and began to market its products via catalogs. As the 1930s drew to a close, yet another member of today's ACCO family was born, with the founding of Daytimer by Warren Dorney and his 2 sons. With their unique and detailed approach to helping people plan their time, Daytimer soon established a loyal following. As the 1940s began, World War II would soon present new challenges. American companies were forbidden to manufacture items containing metal needed for defense purposes. True to its innovative spirit, ACCO met the increased demand for its products from the government and others through the use of alternative materials. The company began manufacturing fasteners made of paper fiber material, hole punches made of wood, and used shoelaces in the binding of pressboard covers. Immediately following World War II, ACCO moved into an expanded facility in Ogdensburg, New York. 1947 also marked the birth of another of today's ACCO brands with the founding of General Binding Corporation, or GBC, in 1947. GBC started as a small trade bindery business in Chicago. Today, its unique binding system as well as its laminating and display products are recognized the world over. In 1956, the company relocated its headquarters to the Chicago area, where it remains to the present day. The 1950s through the 1970s saw dramatic changes in demographics as the baby boomers began entering school for the first time. This exploding market would prove fertile ground for businesses that would become part of ACCO Brands in 2012. The Mead and 5 Star brands focused increasingly on the school market, culminating in the 1970s with the introduction of the famous Trapper Keeper. During the same era, the workforce began to change as well. The increased pace of life and the mobility brought about by the interstate highway system meant corporate America was on the move. The At a Glance brand was introduced to appeal to workers who might not spend all day at their desks and needed simple yet flexible planning options to keep track of meetings and appointments. 1981 marked the introduction of the first Kensington products into the emerging personal computer marketplace. Today, Kensington is a leader in the rapidly changing digital world. During the 1990s, ACCO continued to align its portfolio of office products brands into one group. And by 2005, the ACCO World Office Products units joined with GBC to create ACCO Brands. The merger of ACCO Brands and MWV's consumer and office products business in 2012 brought many strong consumer brands into the portfolio and expanded ACCO Brands' global reach and impact in important consumer channels. From its humble beginnings over a century ago, today, the products of ACCO Brands can be found in more than 100 countries around the world. As home to more than 20 top brands in their categories, the company is poised to continue its global leadership and growth in the years to come.